Okay, I don't like doing these sort of videos, you know. Recently I talked about how Rich Swann could be an amazing centerpiece to 205 Live. And this background story is amazing. It could really shed a tremendous amount of light and become a really good role model. And roughly about, well, a week after the most recent video about that, he's been arrested for assaulting his wife and for kidnapping or false imprisonment. So here's what we actually know. Okay, I put "know" in quotes because we have an eyewitness that Swann's wife is also a wrestler. She performed, and I guess they got into an argument about how she performed. He was criticizing her. She got out of their slow-moving vehicle. Rich Swann put her in a headlock, put her back in the car, and then proceeded to not let her leave. With that, he's suspended indefinitely from WWE. They have a zero-tolerance policy, which means if you are arrested or accused, big difference is arrested, accused, or charged, you get suspended. At least you get suspended. If it's accused and charges are dropped, if you have charges filed but the charges later get dropped, different scenario. If you are actually arrested, pretty much means you're fired. I know other people in the past have criticized the E for, you know, like Steve Austin still has a high profile. Yes, he wasn't found guilty, but he did effectively plead no contest to assaulting Deborah, his wife at the time. And other incidents here and there. And unfortunately, you know, there is never a right reason to strike a woman if you're a man. Now that's in real life. Scripted things, entirely different. Men and women fight in movies. They fight in the professional wrestling inside the ring, where it's a scripted, choreographed affair. In real life, unless there's a clear, imminent threat to your life, you know, you don't. This is one of those things where enough people did see it happen. He was arrested for it. Hopefully things end up well for Rich Swann if he does get released because of this. You know, he's made it through a lot. He should be able to make something like this as well. It's an unfortunate thing. Heart goes out to both of them. You need to see how they'll deal with it, since he did have a number one contendership match on Raw tomorrow night. I hope that they don't mention it in ring. The announcers can talk about it. They can say he was suspended. I don't want to hear Enzo or Gulag say this is a one-on-one match and you weren't going to beat me like your wife. You know, I don't want to hear anything like that. Yes, it'd be great cheap heat, but then you're kind of making a pseudo-joke such mockery of domestic abuse. And some people can probably do that in a way and actually make it work. It would just be awkward in the professional wrestling. It'd be almost like bringing up a dead relative. So it's severely unfortunate. You know, if this is what cost Swann his career with the E, it is the way that they have to do things, period. Public traded company, zero tolerance policy, you have to treat everyone the same, and that's why this happens. hopefully he can bounce back either professionally and personally, or just personally. So that's it. How they'll deal with it, you know, in kayfabe, I would go say suspended and have Gulag go one-on-one with Cedric Alexander, the person he effectively stole the match from last week.